All right. Looks like we're live. All right, let's figure this out. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. And We are in kind of some strange times here, but I figured we should still have music class. And so if you'll join me here on YouTube, we're going to try our best to have a little music class. Now, today's class is going to have a little something for everybody, something for our kindergartners, something for our older students. So, yeah, just kind of hang out, let's sing, and have some fun. So, kind of start the same way we always start these things, and that's with the hello song. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to music today. All right. I have another little hello song that I'd like to do, and this is a little bit more participatory, so you can help me out here. In this song, there are various different ways to say hello from all over the world. And when I get to them, I'm going to sing them, and I want you to sing it back as an echo. So if I sing, hola, you're going to sing back, hola, just like that. Now, today I'm going to pick 4 different ways to say hello. If you have a different way to say hello for maybe a different language or a different part of the world, share that with me in the comments, and maybe I'll put that into the next time we do this, okay? So this is called Hello from Around the World. I will sing hello around the world, around the world, around the world. I will sing hello around the world. I will sing hello to the world. Hola, 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 hola. So right there, when I was doing the holas, I would sing it, and then you'd sing back at me. Now, trust me, even though we're on a computer screen or a tablet or a phone, I can still hear if you're singing or not. So make sure you're singing nice and loud. I will sing hello around the world, around the world, around the world. I will sing hello around the world. I will sing hello to the world. Guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag. Guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag, guten Tag. I will sing hello around the world, around the world, around the world. I will sing hello around the world. I will sing hello to the world. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour. I will sing hello around the world, around the world, around the world. I will sing hello around the world. I will sing hello to the world. Ni hao, 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 ni hao. Nice job, everybody. So, again, welcome to music class. A little bit different, rather than being in the music group at school, in my apartment. I'm going to try to do these as often as I can and try to make it as interactive as we can, even though, we're across a computer screen. So keep joining me, keep a lookout for these, and we'll keep going. So the next thing I want to do, actually, is something that we work on a lot in music, and that is just keeping a good steady beat. Now, a steady beat is sort of finding the pulse of the music and making sure that we can show it some way with our bodies. And so I'm going to try to show that to you right now. So I'm going to cue up some music, and all you got to do is follow me. Bob your fist with me just like this. Now switch to your shoulders. Now switch to your head. clap it up with me. Now can you do I call these the hand scissors. To your forehead. Down your nose. Now let's do 2 places. We're going to do our shoulder. And then we're going to speed it up like this. Ready? Now this next part, called a dance break. All right. Did you keep up? What if I go really fast and I switched up? No, sorry. Nice job. Nice job, everybody. Yeah, so getting our steady beat warmed up, that's really good. And so that leads me to a game that I like to do that I think some of my 3rd graders and 4th graders have done with me before. It's called 4 Beats After. Now, that activity that we just did with the music, you were trying to keep the beat with me at the same time. Now I'm going to ask you to wait. And this might be a little hard to explain over YouTube. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the beat, but I'm going to change it every 4 beats. So I might clap for 4 beats, and then change it to my shoulders, and then change it to my head, then change it to my fists. Every 4 beats, just like that. What I want you to do is copy me, but wait for 4 beats. So I'm going to start clapping, and you're going to do nothing while I clap. When I switch to my shoulders, I want you to start clapping. And basically, you're going to echo what I'm doing just 4 beats after. So I'm going to be doing something different than you. So while I'm touching my shoulders, you're clapping. If I switch to my head, you're going to switch to the shoulders. And then if I switch to the fists, you'll switch to the head. And then if I stop, you still have to do 4 beats on your fists. So let's try a simple version like that right now, okay? So I'm going to start with clapping. So I start clapping. You don't start till I touch my shoulder. So clap. You start. You clap. Now touch your shoulders. Now touch your head. Now bop your fists. Kind of get how that works? So let's do it a little bit longer this time, and I'm not going to help you out by telling you what to do. See if you can just go 4 beats after me. All right, I'm going to start with clapping again. All right, did you end with the head nods after I finished? If so, I think you got that. It's a little bit tricky, but hey, you know what the best part is? This is YouTube. You can rewind this later and try it again until you've got it perfect. All right? Let's do some singing again. This is a song that I know that my 1st graders and my 2nd graders know. And it's inspired by a book called The Dot. So this is the Dot song. And some of you might have read this book when you were younger or read it with Miss Layden in art class. And it's all about how if you have an empty piece of paper and you don't really know what to do, just start by making a dot, and that dot can sort of transform into a lot of different things. And so if you know the song, sing along. If not, you can learn it through here, and I'll also post a link in the comments to where you can go listen to the original and practice it up. So it goes like this. An empty paper, like a polar bear in a snowstorm. See where it takes you. You see where it takes you when you make a mark. All you gotta do is start. Hit a dot and watch it splatter. Make a mark and make it matter. Make it matter. I wanna see you sign it. Put your signature at the bottom. You see where it takes you. See where it takes you when you make a mark. And all you gotta do is start. Hit a dot and watch it splatter. Make a mark. Make it matter. Make it matter. And when somebody else thinks that they can't draw a line, remember that you can help. Beneath that squiggle, help them sign. And make a mark. And all you gotta do is start. Hit a dot and watch it splatter. Make a mark. Make a mark. Make a mark. And all you gotta do is start. Hit a dot, watch it splatter. Make a mark. Make a mark. Make a mark. And make it matter. Make it matter. All right. Cool. So, like I said, if you know that one song, thanks for singing along. And if you don't, take a couple listens to it and maybe sing it along next time with me. All right, what's next on my list? This is a great one to get us moving. For this one, you might need a little bit of space. So if you're really close to your computer or tablet or device, because you're going to need space to move your hands and your feet. I am wearing socks, so yes, I know. It's pretty. I'm going to try my best to illustrate this, even though I'm sitting in a chair. Okay? So this song is called Johnny Works with One Hammer, but you'll find that one hammer is not enough. It goes like this. Johnny works with one hammer, one hammer, one hammer. Johnny works with one hammer. Now he works with two. Johnny works with two hammers, two hammers, two hammers. Johnny works with two hammers. Now he works with three. Johnny works with three hammers, three hammers, three hammers. Johnny works with three hammers. Now he works with, can you guess it? Four. Imagine my feet are stomping too. Johnny works with four hammers, four hammers, four hammers. Johnny works with four hammers. Now he works with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Johnny works with five hammers, five hammers, five hammers. Johnny works with five hammers. Now his work is done. Johnny's really tired. Johnny's really tired. Now he's fast asleep. Johnny's wide awake now, awake now, awake now. Johnny's wide awake now. Now it's back to work. Nice job. So like I said, that one gets you moving. You can get your feet going. You got your 5 hammers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a lot of movement there. So that one's a good one to just get moving in the middle of music class. Another one to get moving is a song that I like, and boy, howdy, as I'm thinking about it right now, I'm wondering, like, do I remember how to play this? Let's see. That's not correct. Wait a minute. I know why. It's always good to have a backup, right? So during this song, you might be moved by the Spirit to do different things. So you might need a little bit of room to move around your living room or wherever you're at. Might be moved to clap, might be moved to sing, might be moved to jump and hop. So just you got to listen though to figure out what you got to do. You got to sing when the Spirit says sing. La, la, la. You got to sing when the Spirit says sing. La, la, la. When the Spirit says sing, you gotta sing right along. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. La la la. All right, good. The next part. You gotta clap when the Spirit says clap. Clap along. You gotta clap when the Spirit says clap. And when the Spirit says clap, you gotta clap right along. You gotta clap when the Spirit says clap. Are you clapping your hands along with me there? All right, listen next. You gotta snap when the Spirit says snap. You gotta snap when the Spirit says snap. When the Spirit says snap, you gotta snap right along. You gotta snap when the Spirit says snap. Not bad. All right, this next one, we gotta get up and move around a little bit. You gotta walk when the Spirit says walk. You gotta walk when the Spirit says walk. When the Spirit says walk, you gotta walk right along. You gotta walk when the Spirit says walk. How about hop? Pick your favorite foot. Let's hop on one foot. You gotta hop when your Spirit says hop. You gotta hop when the Spirit says hop. When the Spirit says hop, you gotta hop right along. You gotta hop when the Spirit says hop. Not bad. What about twirl? Go slow, be safe, but let's do a little twirling. You gotta twirl when the Spirit says twirl. You gotta twirl when the Spirit says twirl. When the Spirit says twirl, you gotta twirl right along. You gotta twirl when the Spirit says twirl. And how about you gotta sit down when the Spirit says sit. You gotta sit down when the Spirit says sit. When the Spirit says sit, you gotta sit right on down. You gotta sit when the Spirit says sit. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. La la la. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. When the Spirit says sing, you gotta sing right along. You gotta sing when the Spirit says sing. When the Spirit says sing. When the Spirit says sing. All right. Nice job. That's a fun one. All right. Nearing the end of our class today, I've got a couple more activities for you. The next one is another game for us. This is a listening game. And it's going to involve my recorder here. This is a tenor recorder. This one's a little different than the ones that we use in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade because this is actually made out of wood. It has a nice low sound. And the other part is it's really big, so it kind of fits my fingers, but it's even hard for my giant hands. So I've got pretty big hands, but yeah. And what I'm going to do is we're going to play a little game called Magic Melody. Now, in Magic Melody, the goal is to find a secret or magic melody hidden amongst a bunch of other notes that I'm going to play on the recorder. And the melody for today is a really simple one. You guys might know it as mi re do, or a little higher, mi re do. So you're listening for whenever I play that melody, which is on the recorder, I want you to keep track. I want you to count. You can count on your fingers. You can go get a piece of paper and you can tally it up. But I want you to count how many times you hear mi re do. Now, while I am playing, I'm going to play lots of other things. You might hear. And right there at the end, you heard mi, re, do. Now, when I'm playing something else, don't count it. But when you hear that mi, re, do, count it for me. And what we'll do at the very end, we'll see if you counted the same number that I counted when I played it. Okay? It's a little tricky. Sometimes I like to play tricks on my students. I like to play a melody that's close to mi, re, do, but slightly different. So you might, instead of hearing, I might change it up like this. Here, I went really high at the end. That's almost the same as our magic melody, but it wouldn't count. All right? Since this is our first time, I'll go a little easy on you for today. All right, so keep track. How many times do you hear? Got it? Here we go. All right, I'll give you a second. Count how many up you think you heard. All right. Now, what I recall playing of that mi, re, do, I believe hidden in that melody, there were 5 mi, re, dos. Okay, so if you counted 5, congrats to you. You got it. If you got 4 or 6 or close to 5, that's really good, really good. There was one point where I tried to trick you all where I would. And I jumped up to that high note. And so that might have tricked some of you. But hopefully you got 5 mi, re, dos. Nice work, nice work. All right. We're near the end of this music class, and I don't want this music class really to be any different than a music class that you might have at school. So we're going to end the same way we end most music classes, and that is with a little bit of our musician of the month. It's still the month of March, so we're still learning about Broadway singer Audra McDonald. And I wanted to share with you a song called It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. I'll post a link to this in the comments that you can watch along with it too, but I'll do my best to kind of show it to you in person. And this is a jazz song, but she's singing it with a symphony orchestra, the New York Philharmonic. And it's just a really cool recording, and it's showcases her really beautiful singing voice. So here's Audra McDonald singing It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing.
What good is melody? What good is music if it ain't possessing something sweet? There's something else that makes the two complete. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Well, it don't mean a thing. All you got to do is sing. Well, it makes no difference if it's sweet or hard. Just give that rhythm everything you got. Oh, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do what, 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 do what.
So there's a little bit of our musician of the month. If you want to watch the full video, I'll post the link in the comments. And there we go. Here we have it. We're done for today. So I guess all that's left to do is sing goodbye. And my plan is to be back on Wednesday with another one of these, and hopefully we can do this live where if you're watching, you can comment and share your thoughts and ideas. I'm also looking for different ideas of things we can do. What are some songs that you like to do in class? And maybe you might have some creative ways on how can we do this remotely, where we're not able to interact with each other in person. So I hope everybody's staying strong, staying healthy, and staying close with your family. And we're gonna get through this together. So it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone.